Hello, and welcome to Nothing in Common. I'm Katelyn.
And I'm Jenna. On this show, we name our top 5 things from a randomly chosen category. This episode, the category is red flags, as in the red flags in a relationship that you should see happen and then end the relationship. Yeah.
And if we have anything in common, something that's on both of our lists, no matter the order, we have to take a penalty.
This episode, we're just going to do truths, and because we are in video format as well for the first time, and I'm cutting this out if it doesn't work out. We're going to do dares, perhaps.
Maybe.
If they're not too stupid. Also, we're like, it's late. We're not trying to like jump around and be insane.
It's so late. It took us a long time to set this up.
I don't want to wake my boyfriend up if he happens to fall asleep.
True.
Yeah. So
if you guys have any,
you're nowhere near your
if
mic.
you guys have any,
we're getting used to it. That's why this is planted in front of my face. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah. So if you guys have any audio friendly penalties or maybe eventually video friendly penalties,
We'll see.
that we can do on future episodes, you can email us at nicpodcast@outlook.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So
Okay. That only took like 5 tries.
it took 5 tries. We'll see how many of those tries we keep in. Hopefully just
all of them.
The one. No. Okay.
Okay. So you start this episode.
So, our red flags. Well, first of all, should we? Oh yeah, we'll do a can check.
I was like, should we do a can check?
I was gonna say, should we talk about how we are?
Oh, we should talk about how we are.
We're all out of sorts.
We really are. Okay, so we're drinking
High Noons. We got a variety pack. It was a new flavor variety pack, I think.
Yeah,
I think it was new flavors, which is a shame.
Lady told us it was brand new.
You think they would have lime already?
Yeah, exactly. And apparently peach already existed, but they added it. It's called the poolside party pack or whatever.
Lime is my favorite. Actually, peach. They just put peach in that because peach
Oh.
already existed.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, exactly. Lime's my favorite seltzer flavor
Yeah, same.
because even when it's fake, it tastes fine.
Yeah, it's true. And I have peach, but I only have 1 sip left, but I got one hidden over here. So.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Okay, so cheers.
Cheers. I mean, we're gonna be drinking periodically, so just ignore us. Exactly, ignore us as we conduct our podcast that we want you to listen to.
Okay. Okay. So anyway, Jenna, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm tired. So we set up the space, and it took us longer than we anticipated, mostly because Katelyn is injured. Well, recovering. So it took us a little longer because I kind of had to do the twisty and bendy things, which is fine. And then we didn't have anything prepared. We're like, what are we going to talk about?
We made our lists like right
so we
before.
did that, and so I was kind of brain dead, and it's just been a long day. But I were excited.
Yeah, you worked today. So
I did, but not for very long. I mean, it was like a regular amount, but it's less than normal people. Regular for me.
Oh man.
But every day, it was tiring getting home because I was waiting for the bus for an hour and a half. Never came. Had to call Brian. He was pretty upset because he already. Oh my god! I didn't even remember.
Yeah. I was
Okay.
about to say,
He was already upset because an event he already had to go leave work for involving Kayla.
yeah. So today I dropped Jen off at work, and then I went to go get an oil change. And as I was leaving, getting my oil changed, my car started sputtering, and it was like jerking, and it wouldn't accelerate. And so I was like, "Oh my god, my car's breaking down."
Sputtering and jerking like that dick.
Get out, leave. I'm gonna do this podcast by myself.
Okay. I just opened a refreshing kiwi.
Hey, me too.
Twins.
Yay. Yeah, so I was like, okay, I'm just going to be stuck here. I brought the car in. The guy was like, yeah, we're about to go on lunch. So, and I was like, cool. That's great. I love that for me. He's like, where do you live? Maybe one of my guys can give you a ride home. And I was like, I don't know. I live 5 hours from here. So I don't know
That's
where
not
I'm
what
at.
he meant.
I know, but I told him, I was like, I don't know where. I didn't know where I was in relation to Jenna's house because I had just
But you
Googled the
could've-
nearest oil change place.
I mean, it was a little too far for him to be doing that, but it was very nice.
It was it was sweet. And he was like a really nice guy. And he really, honestly, if I lived here, I would only take my cars there because he was like so good to me. But anyway, so yeah, Brian had to leave work to come and get me before he had to leave work to go and get Jenna.
Brian's day was a little messed up because he had a 10 a.m. First of all, it's his first day back. He was on a little mini weekend trip, took Monday off.
Poor Brian.
And Tuesday. Wait, what's today?
Today's Wednesday?
He took Monday. He was, whatever. It was his first day back after a long weekend. He had a 10 a.m. meeting that he didn't want to do, so that sucked. And then an hour and a half later, Katelyn's car breaks down. Thankfully, I got to work before that happened because Katelyn drove me to work.
Seriously, could you imagine if I had broken down in like downtown? That would have been horrible.
No, remember what would have been even more horrible? We were in the tunnel, the Pittsburgh tunnel, the nice, the Mount I hold on, I can't remember what the street's
Liberty.
The Liberty Avenue tunnel, the Liberty Tunnel. God, fuck. I've only lived here forever in the same house. I only take that every day basically. And there was an ambulance coming up behind us, and we were like, what do we do? Caitlin got over, thankfully, because I was like confused. I was like, do you get over? You're not supposed to in a tunnel, but everyone else did, so thankfully
we did.
It worked out. So even worse would have been breaking down in front of the ambulance.
Yeah, I said it was a good thing that an ambulance was coming because I would have had a massive coronary
after breaking down in the tunnel.
Yes.
Okay, well that was today. God, we like forgot about today.
I know, we had a really hectic day today. We really did. And then we were gonna have a bonfire and we didn't because dinner took 4,000 hours.
Dinner took forever because the chicken was frozen. We forgot to de-thaw the chicken, and Brian was like, we're gonna de-thaw it in the microwave. He was like, don't bother, just cook it from frozen. But we shouldn't have, because I was trying to do skewers, which it was I don't know what happened.
You can't do it from frozen.
You can't.
So we had a very busy day, and then we spent an hour, well, mostly Jenna, but we spent like an hour, probably 2 hours setting all of this up, our little like setup with our lights and our,
I don't know, it didn't feel like it took that long, but I think it did. Longer than we thought.
Yeah, it took a while
because it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So crazy day, but anyway, we're here now. I'm super excited.
I'm excited. I'm just like,
I know.
sleepy.
Yeah, you're tired. You're sleepy, baby, and we both have to get up early tomorrow, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fine. Okay, all right. So let's get into it then.
Let's get right into it. So I start?
Yeah, you start.
Okay. So my number 5 red flag, and this is kind of specific to me, but I think it's important for most people, is that they can't hold a conversation via text. So this is a red flag because there are actually a lot of girls who ignore this.
I can't hold a conversation.
No, you can though, because when you like someone, you will text them and talk to them in a real conversation.
I never know.
And I know you will, and I know you do.
If we weren't recording with my phone right now, I would pull my phone out.
In fact, I know you do because you can talk to me. Like, I know you're normal.
Okay, I guess that makes me feel better then, because I feel like I'm a horrible texter. I mean, I'm not a good one.
But I mean, I just know girls who, and I think I've done this before. It's like they can't maintain the conversation, but you still really like them and you're still trying to make it work. So it's either a red flag because they're not as into you, or there's like some compatibility problem. It's just like not gonna work. And I know there are people who will try to make it work. And it can be simple as like, even sometimes I know somebody, have known someone was into me and they could not hold a conversation, and that's very important, even if it's through texting. It just pisses me off because I know that texting is, I don't care if you're consistent. I don't care if you are busy and you can't text back right away. That doesn't bother me at all. I do that all the time. But when you do text back, you need to answer and contribute to what was already said and provide something else sometimes if it so calls for it to continue the conversation. And I've literally had guys who were into me say, hey, winky face, and then I tried to talk to them and that's all I got. And I'm like, this isn't gonna happen. And I knew they wanted to they wanted something.
There was some interest.
It wasn't gonna work.
Yeah.
It just wasn't gonna work.
You're like, I need you to have a conversation. Well, I guess that kind of translates. So I'm a bad texter. Like, I'm just a bad
That's
texter.
fine.
Like, I'm not good
But-
at replying. I'm not good at like holding conversations for long periods of time via text. But I know what you're talking about. Like or like when you send them like a paragraph and you get like a word back, that makes me say, or you just get like laughing faces or something. Like,
yeah, that's part of it. Yeah,
that
for
annoys
sure.
me. Like, if I send like,
know
am I not doing
that
it?
I'm just so afraid that we're not going to sync up and we're going to get feedback. I don't know. I'm just so paranoid because we've never done this. So please forgive us if the audio quality isn't what it should be. That's all. Sorry to interrupt you. Sorry. I'm just
no, you're
like,
fine. Jenna's freaking out about the audio
because
quality
I'm usually
right now.
responsible for the technical stuff.
Yeah, it's all Jenna. It's all Jenna.
And I don't know what I'm doing.
And
Okay,
I
sorry.
certainly
Continue.
don't.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. But I know that that's something that annoys me. That it's like if I'm like sending like paragraphs or something and I'm getting like
but
one or two words replies.
That's feels very much like it. That's what I'm saying. It feels like they're not into you, but some guys, you know, they like you,
right,
and they just can't communicate, and it's just you just need to stop. It's just not going to work out if you guys can't communicate. Here's this. I will say it's a red flag if you are like me and you need that type of communication sometimes.
Yeah,
I
can
obviously
agree with that.
don't like texting as much as I used to. Well, when you're in a long-term relationship. But that's the same thing, though. Like, you know, Brian and I will catch up with texting. I don't know. It's just like, it's just it's a important skill, I think, in relationships I'm looking for. Friends and lovers.
No, I can agree with that. I mean, Dylan and I are both really bad at texting, but we also try to like maintain a somewhat like continuous like stream throughout the day. Like, we'll go hours and hours and hours without texting, but then we'll just shoot each other a quick text like, oh, how's your day going? Because I haven't heard from you in like 5 hours or something. Like,
yeah,
because we're both like very not looking like, well, we're on our phones, but we're like not texting. We're like on fucking TikTok or something. So, or we're like sending each other memes or videos or something. That's like how, you know, that's like we're like keeping up that stream.
It's this reminds me, this is not on my list. Another red flag related is when you're both chilling on your phones and you're either they're worried about you because you're not responding and they know you're online.
Yeah.
Because just because you're online or like logged in or whatever, just because you're not currently sleeping and you're up, it doesn't mean you're ready to communicate.
Yes. Yeah. So I can be guilty.
Everyone does this.
I can be guilty of this because what'll happen is I'm worse at texting than he is. Like, he's really, really good at replying to me, like super timely. So I know that if he hasn't replied in a while, he's sleeping. So if he hasn't replied in a while and I can see like it was that he's online, I'm always like, what is he doing? But then I'm like, okay, well, he doesn't owe me every second of his consciousness. Like, just because he's awake doesn't mean that I'm owed a text message. Like, he'll reply to me when he's ready. And so like, I've even caught myself doing that where I'm like, okay, yeah, so what? He's online, but it's just out of character for him to not immediately reply to me. So I'm always like, what are you doing?
Yeah. And I know
it's not out of character for me to go super long periods of time without replying.
And obviously this is going to be amplified if it's a new relationship because you are like seeking more validation. So it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. I think we've been together like 5 months or something. So it's less bad now than it was in the very beginning for sure. Like, now I'm just like, oh, it's fine. He'll get there when he gets there.
Yeah, before you know, like sometimes you just keep asking yourself, do they actually like me?
Oh, I'm not even getting into that.
That's not what we're talking
shit that
about.
Keeps me up at night.
We're not talking about that right now. Okay. What is your number 5 red flag?
Okay, so my number 5 red flag is when every single one of their exes is crazy.
Okay. I considered that on my list.
To me, 100%, if every single one of their exes is crazy.
Honestly, even if one of them is called crazy, it's like...
So
I'm going to need a real story.
I have an absolutely insane ex. You know, I have an insane ex.
Which
so for
one?
me,
there were more than one. Oh no, we're the red flag.
We're the red flag.
I know the one you're talking about.
Yes. So I have one absolutely batshit insane. I have many witnesses to the insanity of this. They will corroborate my story. I was not the red flag in this relationship.
No, it was
yeah,
next level.
He was certifiable. So I can give, like, I will allow one crazy ex. Like, you're allowed to have one, but to me, if every single one of your exes, or if most of your exes were batshit insane, like, okay, your exes weren't crazy, you're the problem.
I guess what I'm saying is women are allowed to have one. And I don't know if I'm serious or not.
Okay, I love that energy, but I really genuinely feel like women can be off the wall. Like, especially because I feel like we're socialized to be, like, I think there's this, like...
We're socialized to be crazy? What are we about to say?
No. We're like, so we're socialized to be, like, jealous or, like, sort of possessive of our partners. And
you're right, but also...
So I think that sometimes can be taken to the extreme, and then you come off as, like, crazy.
Yeah, but nobody should be jealous of anything ever.
I mean, I agree. I 100% agree.
So I don't know anyone. I don't hang out with people who act like that, men or women.
I mean, I've known people. But yeah, anyway, so my thing is I think that if all your exes are crazy, or if most of your exes are crazy, the problem is you. You're the problem. This also goes for friends. If you and your friends are constantly having beef, constantly having drama.
I was just going to say, this goes along with you having problems with everyone in your life. Like, you're constantly talking shit because you're basically the problem.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're constantly, like, that's my thing. If there's some massive drama that's always going on with you and your friends, like.
But the thing about calling all your exes crazy is unrelated, because it could very well be that everything was normal and they're just describing them as over the top, maybe either to make you feel like, oh, I'm pursuing you, everyone else didn't matter, which is also horrible.
Yeah,
like,
gross.
No
very gross behavior.
Yeah.
Not a vibe.
No, it's like very flavor of the week. Like, I'm into you, and you could be trash next time.
Right, exactly. Like,
anyone I'm not currently trying to fuck is garbage.
Yeah, exactly. That's a man who doesn't have any female friends.
Oh,
because he's tried to fuck all of them.
That's not on my list. That's another red flag. Oh my god.
Okay. Anyway, all right. We've gotten way off topic. What else is fucking new? All right, Jenna, what's your number 4?
All right, this is my list. Or I'm sorry. My stutter will come out and I can't really edit it out, so have fun listening to that stutter.
It's fine.
My number 4 red flag is hates soup. This is so...
That should be my number 1, but it isn't.
So there's like a through line with men. I'm sorry, I always think about men when I'm thinking about red flags, but actually there's a reason for this one. Is because there's a through line with men who hate soup, because... And this will be brought up with another one of my red flags, is it honestly is a a trait of toxic masculinity. Because, and this is weird, this actually is, I've noticed this isn't just something I'm making up. There's like a trend of men who have to dislike soup because it's more manly to not like soup.
I've literally never heard of this, but I'm insane. That is insane. I am also insane, but that is insane. But you just reminded me of the thing that I was telling you earlier that I was trying to remember. The one we were talking about.
What?
The red flag.
Yeah, what?
I'm not going to say it because I know it's on your list.
Oh.
I know it's on your list, so I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
It's not going to make my list now, but it's going to be my honorable mentions because I kind of want to put it on my list.
Well, don't get too off track when we're
sorry.
not this is going to be a low edit video / audio.
Yeah, it needs to be. Okay, anyway, sorry. That's insane though, because I've never heard that it's unmanly to like soup.
Does it make sense to you?
It does, because men like...
No, I have encountered so many men who say they don't like soup, and the only reason that I can think of is because they don't want to... I don't know. They think it's not manly. It just makes... Maybe there is no correlation, but I've noticed it. I don't know. I could be wrong. But irregardless of whether or not it is a trait of toxic masculinity, it is a red flag to not like soup in this household.
Any human being. Soup is my favorite food. There's a sticker on my laptop right now that says soup slut.
There's so many different kinds of soups.
There's every kind of soup.
You can't throw out an entire food group. I get it if you have food sensitivities. All of, some people are icked, and that's fine. That's not the problem I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, soup is incredible.
I don't know. I love soup.
Oh, it's my favorite food.
Soup's my family.
Yeah, soup is my family.
Growing up poor, soup's my dad.
My real dad left, so all I have left is soup.
Ramen noodles. I don't consider that soup.
It's soup.
Not the way Americans eat it.
The way I eat it is soup.
It's not in the category of soup. It's just ramen. It's ramen.
I think, yeah, it is.
I know
its
ramen
own
is
category.
soup. I know this. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm talking about the instant stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about real ramen. I'm talking about the instant packets. I would not be like, yeah, I'm gonna have some soup. I'm gonna have some soup.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know?
I wouldn't. I don't call it soup either. I call it noodles.
Exactly. You know,
it's
words
noodles.
matter.
Yeah, they do.
Okay. Anyway.
All right. Okay. So, my number 4 is not putting away the shopping cart after shopping.
Yes.
Yeah.
This would be my number 1 if
Huge
I would
red
remember
flag.
it, because
Huge red flag.
it drives me insane. And this is actually like got to be like 70% of the population.
So
It feels high. Like
Yeah.
not only not putting it back, not shoving the carts together.
yes.
This is highly important. If
Yes.
everyone did this, the world would be if everyone did this, it would just show that the world could be a better place. Oh my God. I just wish.
So to me, it's like just basic decency. Just go put your cart away. Don't leave it in the parking lot. And like, it takes a minute, and it's like, what, 15 extra steps? Like, are you, and I get it.
15.
Whatever.
It's one extra step. Oh, you meant like physical steps.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
actual
I thought
steps.
you meant like
Steps in order. I see what you're saying. But no, I meant like physical, actual steps. It like takes nothing to put a cart away. And it's so, to me, it's 100% basic human decency. And if you don't do it, I am judging you. And we've all had that
Hardcore.
urge. Like, it's raining, it's snowing, it's gross. You don't want to do it anyway. Like, it literally.
I've never had that urge because I'm very worried about it hitting another car.
Oh, I've had that urge, especially because
Never.
I'm not gonna say who, but I definitely have family members who, like, when I was younger, it was like the thing to not put the cart away, and that was just a normal thing. It was just the normal thing that we did, was like not put the cart away. And as I got older, I was like, this is fucked up. This is a fucked up thing that we do. So I like stopped doing it, and I shamed my family into stop doing it as well.
You say you're not going to say who it is, but if it's your family,
Well, I'm not saying
then it's
specifics.
your family.
My whole family.
Okay,
no,
whatever.
It wasn't my whole family, but it was just.
Caitlin is so embarrassed of this. She won't even say
I
who
literally
was
won't
doing
say
it.
the family member because it's just too embarrassing. I don't want to shame them publicly, publicly humiliate them on my podcast. But yeah. So, but that to me is like, so that's like, no, put your fucking cart away. Like, don't be a dick. It's not hard to just be a decent human.
Yeah, I'm just blown away about your family not doing that. Is all.
It was
It's
like
fine.
normal not to do it.
That doesn't make any sense.
Unless it
because
was, like,
your
super
family's
close.
not rude.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It was just like it's not a rudeness thing for them. It was a laziness thing. It was like
That checks out for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It all checks out now. Okay.
Yeah, because
All
it was not like an inconsiderate thing. It was a lazy thing. Like, they weren't thinking, oh, this could inconvenience someone or this could hit somebody's car. They were thinking, oh, I'm not walking all the way over there. And so
That makes sense to me.
Yeah. She knows my family very well. It's 20-something years of friendship. She knows them pretty well.
Okay. Dang,
All
that's
right.
a good one. That's a really good one.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
All right.
My number 3?
Mm-hmm.
So my number 3 is when someone cannot admit when they're wrong.
Oof.
I'm really surprised that's not on your list.
So it was, but I was also thinking more like I saw it and I was like, I don't know.
What are you
just
talking
didn't
about?
make it. Like, I saw it and
That's
I thought about
fine.
putting it on my list.
Okay,
but it
you don't
just
have to like describe it. Like, yeah, okay, you didn't go on your list. You're
Sorry.
describing it. You're like describing your thoughts. Like,
I always do that. You just anyway.
you're gonna start seeing how much you circle back on yourself.
Great. Can't wait. Can't wait.
I usually I mean, I do that. That's what I do. But it's so funny because Caitlin will start at her point and then she'll get to the middle and then she'll restart. And so I usually
It's the
edit
ADHD.
it to make it concise, which is fine. Everyone has their own speech patterns. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's just like more concise and neat to like Just clip it back together.
There's nothing concise about me. I am.
I meant to fix it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. When someone cannot admit when they are wrong. Everyone.
Huge.
I mean, okay. So everyone's had that moment where they are reluctantly admitting they're wrong and they're embarrassed. No problem. We've all done it. Some people skip that step and go straight to denial.
We know a few.
And they will work around. They'll like be like, okay, but I meant it in this way.
Oh, that's my favorite. Makes me
Like,
want to put my head through a wall.
yeah, but no, what I meant was, I mean, I don't have a lot to say about this. It's just really annoying. And this is like passing if it's someone you're just kind of friends with. But if you're going to be in a relationship with someone who does this, it means that you're not going to ever be able to have constructive arguments or talks because they can't conduct themselves in a manner that is constructive.
Yeah, it's just always going to go in circles.
It's just also, yeah, because if there is genuinely something that is bothering you about them, you're going to be reluctant to bring it up because it's going to be so hard to get over that hurdle of them being that defensive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's just a big problem. And if it starts out with them just like not being able to admit about a fact or something, you're like, oh, maybe I can let that go. It's not that big a deal. But that's just going to be indicative of other behaviors that are more important than just stupid shit that doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I completely agree.
Yeah, this one's pretty important.
Yeah, I think so too. So my number 3 is actually more broad. It's less
That's fine.
it's less I mean, it is about the person that you're dating, but also I feel like this counts for like friends too for me. And that my issue is people who have a problem with people not removing their body hair. I know this is massively specific, but I really like, okay, if you want to remove if you think your own body hair is gross, that's fine. But I have a really big issue with people who like are like shaming or like being.
And there are
like,
different levels to this, obviously.
Yes, exactly. But like, I can't stand when people are like, oh God, look at that armpit hair, or she doesn't shave her legs or whatever. Like that to me is like very.
Yeah, there's
like,
no reason to point it out.
Exactly. And to me, it's like very, I don't know, it gives me the ick whenever anybody does it. And obviously, like, okay, well, not obviously to you guys, but obviously to Jenna, I don't shave my armpits or my legs.
I haven't shaved my legs in years.
I haven't either. It's like 5 or 6 years since I've shaved.
Well, I told Brian because we're going to have a date night eventually. And everyone enjoys that feeling of a nice, silky, smooth leg. What do you mean you don't enjoy it?
I hate it because I itch.
Every time I shave, I'm not talking about immediately. Or I'm not talking about a day later. I'm talking about, well, then you're doing it wrong. Like, nobody should itch as soon as they're done shaving their legs.
Something about like, the cream or something, I'm allergic to it. I don't know what it is, but I itch.
You don't have to use that type of cream. You actually don't. You can just use, it's fine. You're pissing me off because that shouldn't happen every time. Something's wrong with your method.
Or my skin is really sensitive and it doesn't like it.
No, that's not the answer.
Jenna's the expert on everything.
I can't
including
admit that
my body. Jenna can't admit that she's wrong.
Actually, I meant that you're wrong and your body is wrong. Okay. I lost my train of thought because you really threw me for a loop there with that one.
I'm sorry.
Everyone likes that feeling of his silky smooth leg. You would like it if you weren't itching. You can admit that.
Yeah, sure. If I knew it.
Exactly. So I'm still right because you do like the silky feeling. You just don't like the itch that comes with shaving.
Yeah, but I don't like the silky feeling more than I like not shaving.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine.
It's not worth it.
So everyone
to
likes
me.
feeling like a dolphin. But what's my point? Anyway, I never shave my legs. I haven't shaved them in years and years and years, literally. And I'm going to shave my legs soon because a treat, I guess, whatever. I don't know.
You could not pay me to shave my legs, and I'm not joking.
Well, apparently, because you break out in hives. Like, that's fine.
Yeah, it's not worth it. I love my leg hair. Also, the thing is,
I don't love it. I mean, it's fine.
I love my leg hair.
If I had
the longer you have it, the softer it is.
No, that's not the point. I don't care about that. It doesn't bother me. It literally doesn't bother me. I don't love it. Like, I'm not in love with it. It's just there. It's neutral. I'm neutral about it. I don't hate it. I don't love it. If I had darker hair, I don't know what I would think, honestly, because it's a completely different look, and it's hard to not destigmatize. It's hard to like be socially not aware of it.
Yeah. And I get a lot from my friends with really dark hair. They're like, well, of course you don't have to shave. Look at how light your hair is. But I also tried to dye my armpit hair so that it would stand out more. So I tried to dye it the same red that my hair is.
But that was actually a thing for a while. It was definitely really like a hot, depending on the girl, honestly. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you.
I tried. It didn't work. It didn't stick. I was really disappointed.
I love people with people who have strong values, but I'm really turned off by anybody who's trying to put their opinions in your face, no matter what the opinion is, even if I agree with that opinion.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. Well, and that's my thing. Like, I'm not trying to force anybody to grow their armpit hair or leg hair out. I just don't. To me, it's just very ick when someone's like, oh, that's disgusting, she doesn't shave. I'm like, there's nothing unhygienic about it.
To be clear, I love an armpit hair. Mm-hmm. I think it's very not on anyone actually, but I think it's really cute on girls.
Yeah, I love it.
We're gonna get flamed for this one.
Good. I'm glad. Flame us. If you think it's unhygienic to have body hair, you're an idiot. Okay. And I stand by that.
Oh no, I stink way worse when I have armpit hair.
Really?
Way worse. Yeah.
See, but it's not unhygienic.
It's not unhygienic.
Just because you stink more doesn't mean it's unhygienic.
Because there's places for the bacteria to stick.
Yeah, and I've heard that too, but I've never.
I'm so much stinkier with armpit hair.
I'm like the same level of
when
stink,
I start getting real stinky, I'm like, time to shave, just because I can't be dealing with that in my day-to-day life.
That's funny. I don't stink. Like, I literally don't. I never noticed a difference.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, but I don't know. I mean, I did switch deodorants when I grew out my armpit hair because I don't like the solid.
Ew, let's not talk about that, please.
Okay.
That's gross.
Okay. All right. So what's your number 2?
Okay, before I move on to my number 2, we're going to take a quick break. We'll see you in a little bit. Peace.
I'm like trying to do a peace sign with my broken hand.
La 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 la. Choir bitches. Holla.
All right, so we are back from that quick break, and Jenna, you're gonna give us our number 2, or your number 2, I guess.
We're on number 2 already.
Yeah.
Okay. My number 2 red flag is when someone doesn't like food from other cultures. So important. I'm specifically talking about, I mean, obviously every culture, but I have a favorite food, and that is Indian food.
She does.
And when someone says they don't like Indian food, especially because these motherfuckers never even tried it.
Yeah, exactly. They've never even had Indian food.
Not to mention there are so many oh god, we're just knocking everything over here, guys. Heart attack. Especially because there are so many different, first of all, there's a bunch of different regions with different spice what's it called, blends. There we go.
Yes.
Different flavor profiles.
Yeah, so many.
And even within those regions there are so many different dishes, so you're gonna find something you like. Yeah,
exactly. And this is a huge thing for me, and this goes in with like people who refuse to try things.
Yeah,
huge red flag for me. Like, okay, I get it. If there's stuff you don't like that you've tried, then okay, that's fine. But you have to be willing to try things. Like, if there's something that's really weird and off the cuff that you don't want to try, I get that. But something super basic like a curry or a katsu or something like that, like, just fucking try it.
I told you, I don't know if I want to keep this in, but I told you about my boss who was weird about trying Mexican food. Something that 99% of white people have adopted.
Yes. I mean, tacos. Lives. Has he never eaten a taco?
I don't know what the deal was.
That's insane.
I don't know what the deal was. It's fine.
I mean, so one of the highlights of my relationship is that Dylan never really like had a lot of different kinds of foods growing up, but he's super open to trying them. So it's really exciting for me. So, cause I get to introduce him to all this new stuff. Like I showed him soup dumplings for the first time. I took him to his first hot pot. Like it's just been really, it's been super exciting for me.
Very exciting and fun when somebody is willing to try the new things and they haven't tried them and you can see them experience them.
Yeah, it's been thrilling. I've loved every second of it.
I really want to take my family to have Indian food to dinner, because I don't think any of them have had it except Grace, because she lived here and we forced her. There aren't any. There might be one. I don't know. There aren't any Indian food places that I know of in not West Virginia, where I'm from, just where I'm from.
The area that we're from. Yeah.
From.
There's nothing.
So that's one thing. But, and love my family, but they are being kind of weird about it. And I'm like, I will literally give you something you will love. Like,
yeah, I know for a fact you're going to like it. I know for a fact
you're going to love it. Love it.
It's going to be delicious. Now I want Indian food.
So yeah, that is my number 2, because that is, you can't
eat only chicken nuggets or I'm going to judge you. I love chicken nuggets.
You can't eat only Italian food.
Oh God. Yeah. Seriously. Or like chicken pot pie, whatever brand of food that is.
Southern.
Yeah. That one.
Southern American.
Which I love pot pie. Don't get me wrong, but that can't be the only thing you eat.
I'm surprised that came up because I don't know anyone who's like, I'm a big pot pie person. I only eat pot pies.
I know like 10. What do you mean?
Okay.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right. So my number 2, and this is something that is extremely important to me because I used to do this, is people who are rude to waiters or servers.
Thought this was wait, you said you used to do this?
I used to be a server.
I thought you meant you used to be rude.
Oh my God, no, I would
so
never.
I'm like, Katelyn, I don't think that's true.
You're right. It isn't true. I would never. People who are rude to servers, I cannot tolerate it. And I cannot tolerate people who are like, oh, well, I tip based on service. No, you tip 20% regardless of service. And if it's really good service, you tip more than that. I don't give a shit.
I agree, but I feel like this has been addressed, so I didn't even put on my list because I've just heard so many people talking about this.
Oh,
not that it matters. Like,
to
go
me,
off.
It's just so.
I just mean that's why I didn't do it.
It's just well, I did tell you that some of mine were obvious. But yeah, it's such a big thing to me. Like, just fucking be nice to your server. I don't care if they're the worst server in the world. Just fucking be nice to them. Like, I'll never forget like being like in the weeds, absolutely dying, struggling so hard, and having somebody like complain about me or be like super shitty or like tip me 30 cents or something. And I just remember being like, I am killing myself right now and I'm making $2 an hour and you're going to tip me less than $2 an hour actually. And you're going to tip me 35 cents. Like,
yeah.
And a lot of times, depending on the restaurant or the bar, you're tipping out the bar, you're tipping out the bus boys, you're tipping out, all these other people and, to go or whatever. And so like for me, if somebody tipped me 35 cents, I paid for them to eat because I had to tip out on their bill regardless of whether or not they tip me. So I was paying for them to eat. So to me, it's like fucking be nice and tip or else.
Yeah, that's just such a problem.
Yeah. I can't take it. And I know that leads into a whole bigger conversation of like
why
paying.
I also just can't even get into it because there's just so much.
Yeah, I know it leads into a bigger conversation of like paying people fair wages
forever.
Yeah, I know. I understand that. But just don't be rude. Let's move
Start
away
there.
from the money, but like let's just don't be rude.
Yeah.
And to me it's just a huge thing. All right.
Okay.
You're number 1. I'm excited.
You said you already knew, and you probably do.
I do.
My number 1 red flag: intolerable behavior. Hates cats. That's not what you thought it was?
No.
Hates cats.
That's my number 1.
What do you think it was?
Men who don't eat vegetables.
I almost brought that up when we were talking about cuisines.
Me too, but that's the one I was telling you that we were talking about earlier that I couldn't remember.
It's true.
It is. If you don't eat
my
vegetables,
dogs
you're a red
outside?
flag. Your dog is barking. I don't know if they're outside. I doubt they're outside. No, they weren't outside because when we went and told Brian that joke, they were in bed with him.
Sweetie, I meant, did he let them out?
Oh, he might have. I don't know.
Anyway, that is... We really matched up on the last one.
I cannot believe our number one is the same.
We're literally cartoon characters. Why do we throw our heads back to laugh?
I did it again.
We both did it.
Oh my God.
time.
Wow. Yeah, doesn't like cats is my first one. Is my number one. That's wild. This has never happened before. This is nothing in common history happening right now.
I worded it as hates cats though is because it's always those guys. It's always guys. Well, there's some women actually. It's mostly guys. Who I'm gonna work on not being so gendered. I promise, guys. And I meant guys, neutrally. So
Gender neutral
there's
guys.
always those people who are adamant that they would never like a cat.
If you don't like cats, it's because you've never spent time with cats.
What are you fucking talking about?
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start with this one.
I have never in my life heard a good reason for not liking cats. Like anytime someone's like, oh, I hate cats, their excuse is always like, oh, well.
Come here often. Okay.
I will now.
Eyelash.
Their excuse is always like, oh, I had a really mean cat when I was a kid, or oh, my grandma had a mean cat, or oh, I'm allergic to cats. It's like, okay, my boyfriend's allergic to cats. He fucking loves them.
I understand if you have been attacked by a cat. This is fine. That's a valid excuse. A lot of people don't have a traumatic experience.
Yeah, most of the time it's just or like,
hate,
oh, they're not friendly.
No, that's the thing though. They hate them on principle, and this is another thing that people will do.
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it again, but it
is toxic masculinity. 100%. Cats are seen as feminine.
Well, and it's because, well, I'm a dog person. I like dogs. How could I ever like cats? It's weird. It's like there doesn't have to be a binary.
So that's a brilliant point because that brings up that meme that's like cat people are like, oh, I really like dogs too, I just prefer cats, whereas dog people are like, cats murdered my family and keyed my car and burnt down my house. And that's so true. Like it
is rare though. Obviously it's rare that I won't say it's rare, but it's less. There aren't as many people as we're making it sound that act like this. I feel like with like the internet and stuff, cats have become more. Well, not to mention, I feel like people who say they don't like cats, it's always that one guy who is already a douchebag. Yeah,
I completely agree with that. I agree with that. I can't trust anybody who doesn't like cats. I really like that argument, or not that argument, but that discussion about like cats are really good at teaching you consent because
that was nice.
That's a great
because it really demonstrates to people that you aren't patient.
Yes.
Don't understand like
boundaries.
Small physical changes that are communications, among other things that thing said.
Yes. Yeah. No, I think that's a really good, it's about boundaries, and also, it's about patience. I mean, most cats that are standoffish or aloof, if you give them enough time, they're going to come around. They just
ask any stray. Every stray cat is
literally just a couple of bowls of food away from being a lap kitty.
Yeah. Or at least,
sweet lap kitty,
able to coexist in the same space.
Yes, exactly. A couch kitty.
I think he let the dogs out. I hear him.
Well, at least we know we didn't wake him up. He's already up.
At
midnight.
So that's our number one.
That's our number one. I cannot believe. So we have to do a penalty.
Yeah, we do. We got away with it for this long.
I know. Wow.
Okay.
You gonna pull him up?
I did a mixed dare just because I thought we would try to do a dare, and it is kiss a stuffed animal like it's your crush.
I'm not 12.
I know. I really hate dares. I've never Chosen Dare. Like, we used to play Truth or Dare.
Yeah, I know.
And Katelyn
I've known you for
knows.
like 20 something years.
I don't gamble.
Jenna will tell you her deepest, darkest secret before she will kiss a stuffed animal like it's her crush.
Before I will run around the block naked or pee in a cup or whatever the fuck you guys did.
Jenna, this is very telling.
Wait, what do you mean they're very telling? You guys did this shit.
I didn't pee in a cup. Maybe I did.
I don't know. I'm imagining a story.
Okay,
I may be remembering a story that never happened. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh, a Truth or Dare story. Like,
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't know.
sure. I'm sure somebody's peed in a cup somewhere.
I don't know. I feel like Courtney made everyone pee in a cup and drink it. Did I make
I
that
have
up?
never drank tea.
Did I make that up?
I'm sure
Is this
that
just
she.
in my sick twisted
Okay,
mind?
no, I'm sure that that's something that Courtney would have tried to make us do.
You know what? She probably brought it up,
Yeah,
and then obviously I would never.
we
do
would
that.
refuse to do it.
I
yeah,
wouldn't drink pee or
I would
pee
never
in a cup.
drink. I would probably pee in a cup, but I would never drink it.
Yeah, but not for that intention.
Right. I would just pee in a cup.
I would just be like, if there's any chance the pee in this cup will end up in anyone's mouth, I'm not going to pee in the
There's
cup.
nobody peeing in it. Nobody drinking my piss tonight. I swear to God.
One of my friends, at least.
Oh God. Oh no. No. No, I don't want anyone to
Okay,
drink my pee at
okay.
all, please. Oh Jesus. Okay.
Okay. So that dare didn't work. So we're gonna do a truth. Have you ever snuck anyone into the house?
No. My parents were super chill. My parents were so chill. They let me,
Same here.
and also I wasn't the kind of girl who had boyfriends. So
well, let's
I
reverse
didn't.
it. Have you ever snuck into anyone's house?
Mm-mm.
I did once. It was horrible.
Yeah, no.
I was so stressed, and I was like a senior in high school. But
Too old to be sneaking.
exactly. But the person I was dating's guardian was like, "No, not gonna happen." I'm like,
Yeah, it's gonna
"You're old,
happen.
I
You're
can
just not
sneak
gonna
in your
know.
own home. I can be a creek in the night."
Yeah, no, my parents were super chill, so I didn't have to worry about it. And also, like I said, I didn't date. I didn't start dating until I was like in my 20s.
Yeah.
So I had one boyfriend when I was like 14, and then after that, my next boyfriend wasn't until I was in my 20s. So like, if I had dated, maybe.
Oh my god, I'm having flashbacks though because I used to sneak out of the house all the time in like 10th grade.
Yeah, no, I didn't have to. My parents just let me do it. They were just like, my parents trusted me. They were like, okay, you can do whatever you want as long as you're home on time.
Well,
Or
that's what I mean. It was the middle of the night. Like,
So,
that's
yeah.
why it was done.
Yeah,
Like, that's
I
why.
wouldn't. I wouldn't do it.
I don't know. I did a lot of fucked up shit as a teenager. Anyway.
You know, if I ever snuck out for anybody, it would have been for you. And then I wouldn't have had to sneak out because even if it was the middle of the night and I said, hey, I'm going to Jenna's, my parents would have been like, all right, have fun.
You remember that time we got in trouble for no reason because we were walking around downtown and someone's parent thought we were like sneaking around or like trying to do something bad or like just like thought we were, I don't know. They like thought we were doing something that we weren't supposed to be doing when we were literally just walking around downtown.
I don't remember that, but I believe it.
And you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think I do.
No, it definitely happened. And then afterward,
I believe
we were
it.
like no longer to be trusted.
Well, that's like that time I took all of you guys to Pittsburgh and my parents were super chill. So they were fine with.
I don't remember the situation, but go ahead.
My parents were super chill. They were like, yes, you can go to Pittsburgh, but you have a curfew and we can track your phone. So if you're not where you say you are, then we're going to know. So they were like, okay, go. Like, go. We trust you, whatever. So I took her. I took another one of our friends and I took my cousin and my sister.
Oh, I know who you're talking. Wait, you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember this.
Yeah. And so Jenna was sleeping at my house. And so was our other friend sleeping at my house.
I was going to say,
according
because
to her parents,
I was waiting
which they
to
did.
see where this was going because I'm like, my parents would not care.
Your mom was like not about it. I remember.
Which part? I thought I told her. Like, I thought they
You
knew.
brought it up and she was like, you're not going to Pittsburgh. So you lied and said you were just staying the night at my house.
Oh, I don't remember that, but they didn't find out.
No,
So it's fine.
they didn't. But yeah, so because my parents were like very like trusting of me. They just trusted me to make good decisions.
Yeah,
And I did.
as you
I was a
should.
really good kid.
Katelyn,
So
honestly, has never done anything fucked up.
no, I was such a good kid. Like obscenely good.
And you should give your kids trust like that.
But that's the thing. My parents trusted me,
especially
and because my
in
parents,
high school.
because my parents trusted me, I didn't want to break that trust, so I behaved. I did what I was. When that first drinking party we went to, I literally told my parents there was going to be alcohol there because I'm like, listen, there's going to be alcohol.
We were 18.
Yeah, I was like, there's going to be alcohol.
Or like
we were
almost.
17, almost 18.
Almost.
But I was like, there's going to be alcohol. I'm probably going to have a couple of beers. And my parents were like, okay, if anything happens, call. Do not drive under any circumstances. We want the address of where you're staying. So my parents had the address where we were staying. They knew where we were, and they knew that if something bad happened, I was going to call them and we were going to be okay. So like, I didn't break the rules because my parents gave me leeway to not have to break the rules.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's how I'll raise my kids. 100%.
Oh, we were doing truth or dares. I'm like, how did we get on
How
this?
did we get here? It's not hard for us to go on a tangent.
Say, do you want to give me
let's do
truth? I know we tend to both answer them, but
I know
it's fine.
I don't like that one. Ooh.
Oh no.
I don't know if I want to do this one. Oh,
can I read it? And
God.
Decide or no?
What is your most embarrassing sexual experience? I don't know if I want to do this one.
The problem is, if I do think of it, it's probably
Jenna immediately.
It has nothing to do with me. Like, I didn't make it embarrassing, but I'm embarrassed to talk about it.
I'm kind of
and I told
dying.
you. No, I told you.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, first of all, this guy sucked. I don't know why I was having sex with him. I was just in a dark place. We had sex twice.
Incredible.
It was bad the first time, and it was bad the second time. Because he did not give a shit about the person he was having sex with. It was just like, time to get, I'm gonna do it, no, we're done. Like, no.
Oh God.
I didn't kiss him. We did not kiss.
Oh no.
I don't
Who
think.
is
Wait,
this?
maybe I'm remembering wrong. Maybe he was so cold I felt like I never did.
Oh my God. Okay, later after
it was
this.
The guy with the serial killer name.
I don't remember. Just tell me afterwards.
It was the first time you said that.
I remember talking about the guy with serial killer name, but I don't remember him.
I guess the first time this is going to be a little explicit. I'm sorry. The first time I didn't put my mouth on his pee-pee.
Oh yeah, that was so explicit.
I didn't
salacious.
do that. But the second time I did, and there was a scab. Just one.
That's too many.
And it was large, so I'm like, this feels like a wound.
Oh.
And by large, I just mean like medium. Yeah, I told you this. I literally, you blocked it out of your memory. I did.
I blacked it out. I
this.
repressed it. I shoved it so deep into my psyche because I'm traumatized.
It's embarrassing
right now.
because why would I tell people that? They're gonna think I was like sucking off a leper. I'm just kidding. Well, this has come to its natural conclusion, which is us fighting.
Always.
So put some salve on your dick scabs.
Yeah, please don't let somebody go down on you if you have a dick scab. That's disgusting.
No, just tell them, because if you're in a relationship and you're like, yeah, I just, this happened, I don't know.
How do you get a dick scab?
Zipper?
Okay, I guess
shaving?
Okay, all right. I'll allow it.
A cat scratched you in the
On
wiener
your
and that's
dick?
why you hate them? The red flags can combine.
Oh God. Yeah, please warn your lovers of your dick scabs, especially if you're their casual lovers, because like blood and stuff.
And it's embarrassing because obviously I said nothing.
Yeah,
what do you say?
I'd have said, why didn't you tell me you have a dick scab?
Caitlin, we may or may not have been kissing. I don't remember. Like, it wasn't that kind of relationship.
You weren't kissing. Your mouth was on his dick scab.
We have to stop. We have to stop.
We have to end this. Oh God.
Maybe we should just keep doing truths because this is just stupid.
Honestly, this is great. I'm having a blast.
God. Okay.
We should just do a whole episode of us doing truths, honestly.
Whose turn is, you're going to see it behind the curtain a little bit. Because you need to surprise. You have to. Whose turn is it for no hesitation?
Oh, fuck.
Okay, Caitlin. No hesitation. Your top 5 things in this room. Things in this room, because we're in such a lovely setup right now. We will not be in this for very many videos because who the fuck knows what we're going to do. But top 5 favorite things in this room. No hesitation.
Okay. Number 5.
It's going to be so hard. Oh my God, are you okay?
It's fine. I'm fine.
It's going to be hard though because you need to.
Number 5 is this frog.
I sewed that frog. It's actually the frog from Over the Garden Wall.
Yes, I know. And I love it. It's incredible. Number 4 is this Pokemon that Jenna sewed. I don't know what it is.
Oh my god, I said that one too.
I know you did.
It's definitely an Ivysaur. I wish it was a Bulbasaur, but it's not.
I didn't know what it was. I'm so sorry. Number 3 is this bird spotting Opoly right here behind Jenna. I love it. It's incredible.
We never played it.
You never played your bird spotting Opoly?
Yeah, because Monopoly's boring. I think someone got that for us. I would play it though, just to
It's
like,
cute.
because I like pretty pictures.
I love it. Number 2 is this entire bookshelf because books and records.
A built-in wall to
It's
ceiling,
fucking
floor to ceiling, wall to ceiling.
fucking beautiful. I love it. And number 1, of course, has to be this beautiful plant.
My beautiful peanut plant.
I love it. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful.
Oh,
I could have also named this gorgeous piano that's behind us, but you guys can't see that, or in front of us, but you guys can't see that, so I left it out.
It's a player piano. It came with the house when Brian bought it. Just came with the house.
I love it. It's great. Every house needs a piano, in my personal opinion.
Oh my god, ew. That was so disgusting.
I've burped so many times
you
in this
can't
episode.
keep that in the video.
I'm not going to.
Nasty.
I'm leaving it in. That burp is staying in.
Oh my god. What
Delicious.
Say? Anyway, not every house should have a piano. No one can afford a piano. This came with the house. We would have a fucking piano if we could.
Every house that gets a free piano
so
should have a
chatty.
piano. I know. It's because I was wearing mascara for days. Because I don't wash my
You
eyes
literally
off.
just
I know.
washed your face.
Yeah, I know.
So don't say that.
But it was the first time, and
It doesn't. That's not.
I washed my face. It just didn't wash my eyeballs.
This is untenable.
I don't know what that means.
Us
I'm joking.
doing this on video and being so stupid. We literally can't function.
I'm loving it. Jenna's having a stroke, but I'm really having the time of my life.
I'm like, why? Why are we talking about this? And it's in.
I'm leaving it all. I'm not even editing this video. I'm just posting it as is.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Okay. All right. So Jenna, where can they find us?
If you would like to follow us on Instagram at nothing.common, you should. We post clips, pictures. You can join in on a conversation because I like Instagram. But if you prefer,
we also have a Twitter, and you can follow us at NIC_podcast. I'm going to post pretty much the same stuff that we put on our Instagram, although you can engage with us more there because, I don't know, I feel like Twitter is more of a conversational platform. Yeah, come say hi. You can also email us, right, Jenna?
What a handoff. Oh my god.
I loved it. Smooth like butter.
You can email us at nothing.com. Is that it? What is it? Oh, NICpodcast at outlook.com.
Oh, and if you'd like to follow me personally on Instagram, I'm It's Katelyn on there. You can stop by, say hi.
Please send us theme suggestions.
Please.
We have a long list, but I don't know.
We're getting tired of ourselves. So if you guys, we want to know what you guys want to listen to.
We really do.
So please, you don't have to email it. You can Instagram it or Twitter it to us, and it'll go on our list.
They know the options.
I'm just saying.
Like, they don't need instructions.
I'm just saying. We explicitly
and
say
open your browser.
We explicitly say email us, but they don't have to.
They're smart. They know how to be human.
Anyway, Kay, love you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
You didn't say rank you for listening.
Rank you for listening.
Thank you.
This is Jenna. That was our video debut. If you did not like that one, well, we're new, so we'll get better. I believe the second one is actually a lot better, so give that one a try. Thanks.